Valetice, my friends. Hey guys, this is Zero Mikitsune, and it is 2:23 AM. I have just finished the Automatron DLC a few minutes ago, and wanted to talk to you guys and give you my opinion on it right as it's fresh. This is actually the third take, as I keep bungling up or spoiling something, as I want this to be as spoiler free possible. But let's go ahead. First thing I want to say is that the characters were decent within the scope of Fallout 4, since you can't really talk to them and ask them a ton of questions due to the dialogue system. I got thrown for a loop because I didn't really notice that the dialogue on mod wasn't there until I realized I started grabbing the sarcastic option without actually meaning to be sarcastic. Ugh. Not sarcastic option, the evil one, without meaning to be evil. A lot of female characters, not that many male ones in this DLC. Not complaining, as I kinda like it that way, but just thing to be stated. Little fun fact. It's pretty funny that Ada, the main, I guess you'd call it the main lead for this DLC, she's a Assaultron, but is missing a couple of Assaultron parts. And they designed it so that the legs, the part that bugged me the most, because I constantly was switching out her legs for other legs because they just looked so weird on her. They placed them so far up the DLC through the quest chain. You can't just find them, they're through the quest chain. And I'm like, that had to have been intentional, because they know how many fans want to freaking have a complete Assaultron, so they just sprinkled out all the parts throughout the DLC. Ada being an Assaultron in the first place, probably a huge shout out to the fan base, because a cursory look, probably using that word wrong, just shows how much people fucking love the Assaultron's design. Let's see. Again, the dialogue, many people say they can't fix it. I'm super hopeful that Bethesda will do something to elaborate. Maybe just have it so you have to talk to an NPC like 4 or 5 times before you can proceed the quest. But in this DLC they didn't show it. There's no attempt to improve the dialogue system or to give your actions any real meaning. I loaded up a couple of older saves to see if there was any difference, and again, no, just like the main game. So that one's a little bit annoying. But the real annoyance is, and I wouldn't even count this as a spoiler, but all the good stuff is in one place. All of it. Literally all of the cool unique items are in one area in the DLC. That is such a mistake. That felt real lackluster. Just, okay, I got this, I got this, oh god, no, and I got this, and this. And I'm like, I mean, if you're subscribed to any other Fallout channels, you'll see them doing their reviews on this weapon, that weapon. And when you saw the trailer, you saw this weapon, that weapon, and I was like, this is everything. So that was really disappointing. Let's see. The final boss fight. Not gonna spoil anything, but I will say this: it was satisfying. The boss fight was actually satisfying, and that's a little bit weird for me to say because I play the game on normal difficulty. Not necessarily because I'm a scrub, you know, easy mode meme and all that such, but it's because I don't like bullet sponges. I hate bullet sponging, especially in a game where you're supposed to be scavenging resources. You don't get ammo aplenty, so I don't really understand why you should have enemies that eat up almost all of your ammo of one particular weapon type if your weapon isn't super powerful, and then you have to scavenge for a couple of hours to get more ammo for that weapon, so that's just not for me. When survival mode drops, and I know the beta's coming out soon, I'm gonna instantly jump on that, because not only do they increase the damage you take, but they increase the damage the enemies take, so it's gonna be more survival-y, more FPS-y. If this is Borderlands where ammo was, you know, plentiful, or if I was playing a modded run, that's another thing I gotta say. I did a vanilla run of this, no mods whatsoever, except, you know, the dialogue tweak. But yeah, getting back on topic, the boss fight was satisfying, which is rare because I feel like all Bethesda titles have a bit of a problem with boss fights. They just tend not to feel as spectacular as some of the normal fights. Granted, the boss fight was probably really good because I was actually running low on resources, but that's a good thing. You should always run low on resources as you proceed through a series of events. If you're able to top yourself up every half second, there's no challenge. Let's see. Yeah, that's really all the notable things that I brought up. Oh, most importantly, the crafting for the Automatrons, the robots, the roboids. A+, B+, A-, somewhere around that range. I don't want to give Bethesda too much credit because I'd still say that the customization in the one power armored mod, which name I am forgetting, I will probably link it in the description below, but that still trumps anything I've seen Fallout do so far. Like, yeah, that trumps it. But this was close. I wouldn't be surprised if Bethesda employee looked at that mod before really hunkering down on the robots designs. The fact that you can also customize pre-transformation Curie and Codsworth, fucking great. I didn't know that was a thing until I actually watched the video, because I was just trying to play through the thing, watch some YouTubes in the background, blah blah, and all of a sudden I hear you can change Codsworth and Curie, and I'm like, mind blown. That's perfect retroactive implementation of features. I like that. Now, like I said, I just beat the main story of the Automatron DLC, so hopefully the post content will be plentiful, and, you know, robots will be everywhere and not limited to spawning to select areas. Please, by God, don't say that. But we are encroaching on 8 minutes, so if I had, I'm not gonna give this a rating, no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah 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 blah, but I'll just give it worth $9.99 for me. Yes, but that's because I love Assaultrons. Without the insane love of Assaultrons and Metabots, I didn't mention that, would this be worth it? Maybe. $9.99? $5.99 guaranteed. So yeah. I would have paid $5.99 for this DLC. $9.99 is a little bit steep, especially since the amount of new equipment you get, and whether or not the equipment is good is kind of on the no side. The weapons don't feel powerful. I have not played around with the power armor. Maybe that changes everything, because it has a particular buff that's really interesting. But $5.99 I'd pay for a story. We're broken 10 minutes. I'll end this before it's 10 minutes, but yeah, somewhere between there. Is it worth it? Is it worth $9.99? I'll just give it a pass. Yeah, it's worth $9.99 to me. At this point. So yeah, I got the season pass. Yay. Automatron was pretty good. I have very low expectations for the freaking caravan-y expansion to your settlements DLC, but who knows. Either way, Thanks for hearing me ramble if you stuck around this long. Check out another video of mine, one where I'm not half asleep and recording. And I'll see you guys next time.